I'm Andy Pilgrim with Automobile. Welcome to another edition of Pro Racers Take. Today at the NCM Motorsports Park, I am very happy to say we have a 2020 Nissan GT-R Nismo. And I am certainly going to be enjoying myself on track with this one. Okay, here we go. On the NCM MSP straightaway. Ripping the GT-R down here. It's very quick in this range up to 100, 150-ish, and then it drops into another gear and it pulls a little less quickly, but my goodness, it is still flying down here. 164, that's a super speed. All right, let's go do the quarter mile. Boy, this thing launches hard. 3.0 to 60, let's see on this quarter mile. 10.9 at 127. Excellent. All right, let's go do the hot lap. Nice run out of 23. Getting a good run down here to start the lap. Oh, it's quick in there, almost 80 miles an hour at 1A. A little bit of understeer. Like a lot of the all-wheel drive cars on racetracks, you're always battling understeer. Torque vectoring's done a lot to improve that in recent years. So I will be trying my best to keep the fronts underneath me as we run around the NCM MSP. All right, into turn 5. Turns in well, and then we pick up the understeer mid-corner down to 94. Waiting on the fronts into 6. You can hear the whine of the transmission and the diffs, which I like, but also you can hear that new improved growl of the engine. Gearbox is superb. I've got it in automatic mode and it does a tremendous job. It's always been a great gearbox in this car. One of the first double clutches. It's superb. Ripping down towards 10 on the trail brake there. Get it turned and fire it out. And that's the best thing about the all-wheel drive. When you get it turned, the power just rips and the car flies out of the turns. Oh, that was quick. It was a good run. Good run over 12, 13. Serious speed over tabletop. 139, 138 through 15. Excellent. Again, waiting on the front tires a little bit. Turned in, flying down to 18. That's good speed. Over 90 down to 18 is quick. Now I have to be super patient here. Don't slide the fronts, I'm saying to myself essentially. Just working the gas, trying to keep the car inside. Get it turned on and a nice flying out of there. All right, let's see what we're going to end up with. Almost 140 in the line. 213.98. We just broke into the 13s. Super job from the Nissan. And now back to the garage. Under the hood of the Nismo, we have a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6 motor. And as you could tell on track, it pulls pretty hard. 600 horsepower, 481 pounds-feet of torque. Before I close up the hood, I wanted to mention one final point. There are very few master craftsmen that are qualified to build the GT-R motors and the signatures on the engine. I wanted to mention that this one was built by Tsunemi Uyama. I want to talk about all the carbon fiber on the Nismo. Remember, when you use carbon fiber, you're talking strength and you're talking weight savings. So here we go. The front fascia is carbon. The hood is also carbon. It's painted, but it's there. The wheel well vents here are carbon, and the front fenders are carbon. The roof is also carbon, as is the rear fascia, the rear wing, and the trunk with these side sills. And to top it off, we have a carbon fiber brake package for more weight savings, which basically means the Nismo ends up weighing 3,865 pounds. As I briefly mentioned, the Nismo does come with the carbon brake package. The front rotors are 16.1-inch diameter rotors. On the rear, they are 15.4 diameter rotors, 6 piston calipers up front, 4 piston calipers in the rear. And the Nismo rolls on the Dunlop SP Sport Max GT 600 tires. We've got a 255 by 40 by 20 up front and a 285 35 by 20 in the rear. Before I talk about a bit of practicality with the GTR, I want to talk about this rear fascia. It is carbon, as I mentioned, and I particularly like the titanium exhaust at the back. And the exhaust system for this one does sound a little more throaty. They've tried to give it a little more of a growl, and I think it works well. And there's a few pops on the downshifts. And overall, just like the front, quite the aggressive look at the back of the car. So let's look a little bit of practicality. Trunk's open. Carbon fiber trunk lid, it's quite light. You've got about 9 cubic feet of storage in here, and it's quite deep. It's about 19 inches from the top to the bottom there. Pretty sure you can get your golf clubs in there. There's no pass-through to the back seat, but again, behind the front seats, you have some room. It's not good for adults in the back of this car. It's certainly not a 4-seater for adults, but you probably get children back there, and you can certainly get packages behind both of the seats. As is usual for me, I want to talk about the performance or the driving stuff first. All right, steering wheel. I like the steering wheel. It's got Alcantara around it, and the whole cockpit abounds with the red and black Nismo colors, which I like a lot. The steering wheel is good, feels good. Not too much stuff on it. Again, enough said on that. I like that. The paddles are very good. The 6-speed dual clutch transmission works exceptionally well, and I think the paddles are great. They feel race car-ish for sure. The seats are fantastic. They hold you in exceptionally well on track. Lots of support. And of course, I have to mention the infamous R buttons. There's 3 of them on the GTR, and one is for the transmission, the way the transmission and diffs work. The other one is for the shocks, and the other one is for stability and traction control. When I run on track, I put them all in R mode. You just click and hold them up. They go red, and you're ready to go. And one of the big upgrades for the Nismo is Alcantara. The whole headliner is Alcantara leather. The dash up here is all Alcantara. Obviously the steering wheel, I already mentioned. There's a lot of other leather in the car, but it's just quite luxurious in here. Most luxurious GTR I've ever been in, that's for sure. Right. Okay, let's go do some corner shots in the Nismo. I have very much enjoyed my time with this GTR Nismo. There is no doubt when you get in this car, you fire it up and you start running it, whether you're on street or whether you're on track, it feels different. It doesn't feel like virtually any other car I've ever driven that's a street car. It feels more like a race car. You can feel the driveline, you can hear the transmission, and the steering is so well connected. It's such a special vehicle. Yes, it is expensive, but for those people that love the heritage of the GTR and even the R34 before it, if they can afford this car, they will not be disappointed.